Good morning and welcome to another episode of Artisan Circuit Review. Here we go. Here we go. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Moon Day. Happy Exu Day. Happy Moon Day. Happy Talk Day. Happy Ask for What You Want Day. Here we go, people.
City girls just seem to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. A rich old man, and she won't have to worry. She'll dress up all in lace and go in style. Late at night, the big old house gets lonely. I guess every form of refuge has its price. And it breaks her heart to think her love is only given to a man with hands as cold as ice. So she tells him she must go out for the evening to comfort an old friend who's feeling down. But he knows where she's going as she's leaving. She is headed for the cheating side of town. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is in disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. She gets up and pours herself a strong one and stares at the stars up in the sky. Another night, it's gonna be a long one. She draws a shade and hangs her head to cry. My oh my, you sure know how to arrange things. You set it up so well, so carefully. Ain't it funny how your new life didn't change things? You're still the same old girl you used to be. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. There ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. Honey, you can't hide your lying eyes.
And we're back. Oh boy, I tell you, what a morning. So, woo, a lot of things, when you plan things in life, sometimes they change. A little disappointed. I am also Actually, let me correct myself. In the sense of, I guess, being, you know, aware and spiritual or whatever, I should be grateful. I should be very grateful because I have a lot of things opening up in the sense of, when you need something and somebody is there, to help. It's just that, I'm at a point in life where I should have been past all this stuff. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. You ever see something that you know what? Let me tell you something. Before I say this, I just want to say, I was never the type to be like, obsessed with having the greatest of all and the best. I collected some things, and they're not the best, but you know what? They're what I got. It's what I got to use, and I don't like to have that attitude all the time because they say when you're manifesting, you want this thing to happen, but the point was that I pointing the direction of elevating ACBN, and it seems like it's gonna happen, but like what do they call it when a car is it's not a luxury car, it's whatever. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the non-luxury version of what I was trying to get. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful, man. Believe me, who else does that happen to? Those damn colors. That's what it was. In the picture when they sell the technology, it's a mixer, but like today's version. And it had like, pretty colors. But you know what I mean. I just, you got your mind set on something. But anyway, what's going on, people? It's Monday. It's a new week. Just checking my. Ooh. Just give me a minute here. I want to check a wire. Alright, sorry about that. See? Oh my god, I had the wrong thing plugged in. Production assistant. No. I should say not a production assistant, I should say production manager. The production manager hires people to do that. Or, they get to whatever, facilitate. But anyway, that's why. See, I'm sitting here doing everything. Oh, why does it sound like that? Obviously, it's not all well and hooked up. You see, I get so jealous of seeing people like got all this stuff hooked up, right? And they're like, oh, here. But it's weird. It's funny because a lot of people that are in tech are not really always the super best at maybe creativity or being like, a host. And so, see, this is why I always believed in teams and stuff like that. Who the frig wants to be alone? Anyway, I'm talking about building a company, okay? Big stuff. Anyway, today is January 23rd, 2023. Welcoming in the Lunar New Year. I love that that style, that energy. It's an Asian energy. It's beautiful. I love that. I love learning about, you know, planetary things, but from every culture. You see everybody's perspective. You know what I'm saying? You learn so much. You bring things together. You able to break apart the things that are blocking, you know? Anyway, so, I always give a shout out to the people, but I think in this segment, everyone's dead. That's a joke. I mean, because I respect the dead, and at the same time, I'm doing that joke, but whatever. I love them. They know. I was a fan of Morrison and who was the first one I played? Um, I think it was I can't remember right now. Oh yeah, Lying Eyes. Well, they're alive. Um, the guys from Eagles. They are well alive, or some of them, most of them. But we know that Jim Morrison's not alive. So, Jim Morrison is another character I have in the special. Had maybe 6 or 7 episodes, but it was all written. It's nothing narrated, but it's a story. You read it, okay? Read. Nobody reads anymore. Anyway, the name of the story is McGovern Circle, and you can see it on Blogspot. Author Chris Black. That's me. So, Jim Morrison as himself is a character in a book I wrote. I never got it technically published on paper, but it's been online forever. Anyway, it's a funny part of the story. It's kind of like an animation, you could say. Hood. The hood in the hood. McGovern Circle is about a police officer who marries this woman in Harlem. And it's in the early times, I can't remember right now. I don't know if I said the 50s or the 40s. They were older couple, and when the times when they would hurt people for trying to be together like that. Anyway, I wrote the story, and they had a kid who they couldn't, the wife could not have a baby, and she was dying. And somehow, a miracle, dun dun, the baby, the womb was transferred into the womb of the sister, and then the mother died. And the story goes, I'm not going to tell you. You got to go look at it. It's called McGovern Circle. Anyway, who cares, right? This is not that. This is Artisan Circle review. But because we're talking about Jim Morrison. Jim, where are you? Are you there? He's probably right behind me. He's like, oh man. From what we know, from what we see, and maybe things that were written, hopefully that they are the truth of how they kind of explain how Jim Morrison was. I don't think it's hard, to write a movie off that. I mean, look at Val Kilmer. He played the part of Morrison in the movie, right? I love the movie, but I know even people, that's another thing. It's not really my time, but somebody from that time said, they were like, oh, that movie had a lot of things that were wrong. But I said, let me ask you something. I said, is it the part about him? Was that wrong? And they were like, nah, that was kind of him. So that, in a way, that's good, because you gotta take what you can get in this situation. Only because it's Jim Morrison. If it was somebody else, I'd be like, who cares? So I don't know why things happen the way they do, you know? I had an imagination of $100, and it's not imagining, it's not going. I thought about $100 somehow, and it's not in my presence, which I thought it was like tucked away. I was wrong. So I'm back to that, but that's the whole thing about, you know, when it comes to technology, you know. Hey, I can't, you know, go out there and do construction like I want to, so I gotta try to do something. And we all do. Anyway, I'm just complaining and a little frustrated because of the way things go sometimes in life, you know. It's just like, you know, it's like, but there's always ideas coming. I'm not scared. I guess maybe I'm throwing a tantrum. I want that. It is a very nice mixer, by the way. Just to let you know, it's a Tascam Mixcast 4. It's its own little broadcasting thing. It's beautiful. It's you can have people call into it. You can. What can I say? It's got a headphone jack in the front that you can program it with the computer inside of it to become a microphone, and still, after them saying, even these people were saying, I think it was Sam Ash or Guitar Center, one of them, you can't hook up a USB mic to it. It's not going to work. All right. Let's see. But the heartbreak. I need this. I need everything. I had a friend has donated a beautiful mixer. Here's the thing. You know, it's just, I got these things that I'm trying to do to put a part of all this stuff. You know, getting a license for certain things is a lot of money. Now, if I'm mistaken, I don't know, I think I was looking up in the FCC, and a license for this is like $61,000. $61,000? Be a giant license to walk around in your wallet. But that's my $61,000 license. To say what I want and play what music I want. It's different, you know. Real radio is beautiful, man. I'm complaining, but I'm the first one. Like, you know, I'm gonna sell my body for that license. Buck wants to buy me. That shit is funny because I'm telling you, you do anything. This is the, you know, it's a job. It's a job that I can have. I'm getting very personal. I need to stop. But anyway, we're going to take a break and listen to something very, very cool. This is my first segment of classic rock. Hope you're enjoying it.
Of the season, when love runs high, in this time, give it to me easy, and let me try with pleasured hands to take you What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he take us anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving.
Hello. So, I just needed a breather. Get kind of, thinking and stuff into the things, it's like, it's not easy to, when you got ideas in life, you're young, and it works because you try it, and then you just get bombarded with some strange things that are, where you weigh it out, and look at somebody else and you see it's not happening to them and they're living the same exact way. Like, why is this happening, And so you live that life and you're like, and then you get sabotaged and you can't really fulfill your ideas, you know what I mean? And for years and years you get like stifled and it feels like it's, done on purpose. And so you turn around and you decide to be a normal person, get a job, and you get into an accident and you can't even do nothing. You gotta do this. I have to laugh, man, because it's like one thing right after the other. You know what I mean? Big shout out to War. Slipping into darkness. Nah. I love this song. I love them. I love those brothers, man. So in the news, oh god, I don't know why I do this to myself. I hate this crap, but I do it, and I'm like, ugh, what in the world? Every piece of news is like, ugh, like you want to throw up. But I don't know why I have to tell it. What's wrong with me? The Associated Press. Representative Catherine Clark, her daughter, got in trouble. Police assault. Now, like me, I am not, the king of reporting and, perfect, perfectly spelled words, right? When I write, right? I do not have a master's degree, but what I have is balls and a little bit of intelligence. And what you're lucky, it's not the intelligence and it's not the balls really, but it's, what happens is like when you're young and you have somebody in your life, like, it's crazy. Like my dad, he's a very unique person, but normal, like a man's man, and that. But he's smart. He was smart. He was really smart. And he always told me things. Like he wasn't afraid. Like if I said, "Oh, this thing on the news," and my dad would tell me straight out something that he said would be like, "Oh, they're lying. It's really like this," and I would be like, "What?" And so being awake was right. That was a little kid. I was like shocked into being awake, and I started to realize things, So when I grew up and first time that I saw a band play music of my childhood nightmare problem, let me explain. I was always like, I grew up listening to rock and all kinds of music, But when it boiled down to the specifics, and metal music is metal music and rap music was rap music, what I didn't like was there was a giant divide in my town. And there would be these strange things happening, which is, I swear to God, I have to admit that it felt like something like synthetic. Because even though there was fighting and stuff like that, there was this kind of like, because of music, people getting along. Maybe not like a happy cartwheel town, but people were like, moving around and like, oh, you know that person? Oh, I didn't know you know them. But in good political sense, positive, right? Then all of a sudden, you start to see all these fights at my high school. And they were huge fights. And it was like the metalheads versus the kids that listen to rap. This was horrible. It's a horrible thing. And I know somebody tried to ignite this, And there's all kinds of reasons. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? I wasn't dumb. I see all the things back and forth. And back and forth is wrong. My whole life I've been into both. I come from a they say indigenous, right? You know why we are, us people who are melanated, attracted to black cultures? Because we're black. Okay? Guatemalan, Nicaraguan, Honduran, all black people. Come from black people. And so many people are like, oh, that's not that, But you know what? I don't care what people say. I don't care if people fight me from every culture, creed, and color. I don't care. There's no acting going on here, okay? This is real. And so, my apologies for drifting off. So, back to the Associated Press. I don't know who Catherine Clark is. I mean, I know who she is. She's a U.S. representative of Massachusetts, but do we know her? And so, sometimes things look so real that
you really believe what you see and you believe it. You know what I mean?
With financial help through Covered California, you pay way less than we ever thought we would. Enrollment ends January 31st.
What am I getting at? Let me tell you. These stupid commercials. Oh, there we go. So, I swear I'm going to get into whatever the Associated Press is stating. I'm just wanting to say something, okay? That's what this show is about. It's different, all right? We're different. So, you notice how this day and age, I call it retard Hollywood, right? Because I say that because they think, well, maybe a lot of people are not hip to this, or they don't realize it, or they hear it, but they don't really see it yet. And that is this. There are a lot of people doing strange things, right? Listen, this is so weird. But they catch some kind of vortex and they make it manifest, right? Listen, people, right? Especially, it happened with artists. And it's crazy. This thing that I'm about to tell you happened in the 50s, but people didn't really catch on to it. Or people thought it was too weird or too, whatever. And that's this. That you do something to yourself really bad. In a way. And isn't it true that if something's orchestrated, it's not really real? You did it. You did it on purpose, right? Imagine that. This person. Now, forgive me, Republican Catherine Clark. I'm not trying to start any mess with you. But oh my God, imagine if Republican Catherine Clark did all this to try to get a foot in. Well, you did it now, sister. All right, let me stop with the antics. This is just joking, okay? Don't get crazy, Catherine. I'm just joking. By the way, I know whatever people think, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I know people are going to go crazy when I say this, but I'm a Republican, but not that kind. Not that kind, not the Archon. I'm a non-Archon Republican, okay? I joke around. I don't hate even the bad ones and the Archons. I don't hate them. I love them, actually. When I say I love them, it's not like, oh, we're neighbors. No. I mean, you have to learn, like, we all grew up, like, whether you're, and yeah, I can say that this is safe to say, it's true. Growing up, right, everyone grew up under the Archon. Everyone. Well, my age, if you were born in the, oh God, if you were born in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the 80s were kind of like, whatever, I tried to cleanse it. I tried to cleanse themselves of everything. In the 90s, and then the 90s got, like, watery, weird. And that's this. That everything that we say we don't like, it was given to us. Because the problem is that we think it's our parents, and yes, it's no matter how much you keep going back, it gets uglier as far as what the truth of who they were living. I'm sorry, how do I say this? Not who they were living for, but what they were living, right? Why? Because in their heart, they're thinking it's right. So are they guilty? No, absolutely not. I don't care what anybody says. Are we supposed to learn and not place blame and also hold people accountable. Yeah, in this present age, okay? Nobody. Just think about the hard times you have now in this. You're not supposed to have hard times. That's the thing. Not in this day and age. You're not supposed to have hard time. I'm telling you. And so, if you're having a hard time, imagine people when there was no Wi-Fi. A lot of us do social media because of the boredom. Holy moly. A lot of pencil writing. Hey, what are you going to do? Actually, it's a, therapy to write in a pencil and paper. It's a lot of paper. Anyway, so Republican Catherine Clark. When you have intuition and you read something, you know what parts are like, oh God. I was just joking then, but I want to tell you something. The thing that hits me is that things change. I don't mean things change in the law, but in a case in Massachusetts, things will progress or change, right? So listen, this first case is saying that the daughter was arrested on a Saturday night on Boston Common and later charged with assault of a police officer who was injured, right? Now, hold on. I want to show you something. It says, in a statement, Boston Police Department said 23-year-old was expected to be arraigned in Boston Municipal Court. Oh my God. Okay. Calm down. Clark, the House Democratic whip. You're telling on yourself already. Said in a tweet that her daughter, Riley Dowell, had been arrested. I love Riley, and this is very difficult. This is a very difficult time in the cycle of joy and pain. Parenting. Oh, already putting yourself like, oh, me, right? Clark wrote, this will be evaluated by legal system. Give me a fucking break. Clark has spoken publicly about the fears of her own non-binary child amid bigotry, targeting transgender people. Holy shit, does this fucking thing sound like a made-up story or what? Right? And if somebody is like, that means she could sue these people. Associated Press. Now, Associated Press is eating this up. Fucking bastards. The police said officers responded to a report at Parkman Bandstand Monument located within the Boston Common. They found a person identified as Dowell, a resident of Melrose, defacing a monument with spray paint and anti-police phrases, according to police. Yeah, not beating somebody up, right? Listen. During the arrest, a group of about 20 protesters began to surround an officer while he was screaming profanities. Though megaphones on the public street causing traffic to come in a standstill, police said, adding that an officer was hit in the face and could be seen bleeding. Then that's serious, right? Now, did this girl hit this officer? I don't think so. Dowell was charged with assault by means of dangerous weapon, destruction or injury of a person. You see that? You see how things change, you see? And it's just a story here. Property and damage of property by graffiti tagging, police said. A fatal police shooting is earlier this month in a nearby Cambridge sparked protests. Okay, I understand that. Right? Now, can this young person even be involved in this story? Maybe. I don't know. We never know. Now, they're probably like hearing this. They're probably like, F you, man. You don't know the truth. But you know, it's funny. It's like, just, can we do the world a favor? Okay? journalism in a whole worldwide globally. Stop talking like people don't know the truth. Okay? Stop it. This is yellow journalism shit needs to end. Okay? Stop that shit. That shit is corny. And I totally respect Associated Press. Associated Press, what are we going to do with you? You're lucky we love you. So, stop being afraid to tell the story straight. Stop trying to pull people with this stupid shit here and there. That's done. That's old shit. I troll that fucking, it's the way you do it. It's like this whole entire, wait. Oh, see, they don't ever show the freaking, oh, of course. Hold on, I'm going to press new profile. Oh, it's just, oh, God. All right, so they stopped telling who the journalist here is who wrote this article. Other people will say, this is a professional article. It's made right now. Yeah, it's made right as in the structure of it and where the parts are supposed to go, and you learn as a friggin' kid in the structure of a letter, but this is a report. You're reporting, right? Yes, the reporting structure is professional and well. Okay? But the way that you're placing everything and you're telling the story, it really sounds like this lady made this happen so she could get out there. Nobody ever heard of Republican Catherine Clark till now, I think. And it's still, she's not that famous. So, I mean, come on, you see what's happening? Am I wrong? I could be wrong, but it doesn't matter. The point is that the story is told. Like, I read it, you heard it, despite my silly and nervousness of, an officer got hurt, and that's wrong, right? Nobody should get hurt, right? But because of whatever was going on, that doesn't mean that the officer get hurt. What I'm saying is they said that this girl, 23-year-old girl, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know about the story. Something is telling me that something doesn't fit right. I do this a lot. I love this. Oh my God. I hated it, but I love to be able to, see how certain things are it doesn't fit right. Like, here's this. Listen. File, what is this? U.S. Republican Catherine Clark. Well, maybe it says she's a Democrat. Okay, whatever. I was wrong. Who cares, right? That's not the point. The point is, speaks during a news conference on protecting women's. See, so maybe my hunch of something being not right is not necessarily this woman, but maybe she's being targeted. Look, already, protecting women's reproductive health care. So now, see, it's very important that I was able to throw that out there, right? Because we want to always blame, but look how the story changed. All of a sudden now, right? A conference on protecting women's reproductive health care, Thursday, July 28th, 2022. And they know what she's trying to do, so they're maybe trying to take it down, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that cannot be true? Do I feel stupid for saying all those things in the beginning? Yeah, but so what? I don't care. I'm going to keep doing this show. I don't care about being wrong. But I was right about my intuition, something not being right. You look at things right away. You get, bam, you get it. You know it. I didn't have to go into all of it. You know what I mean? So now, and you know what's funny? I still say that now it kind of makes more sense that I'm feeling like the girl didn't do it. She was there, so maybe they kind of orchestrated it thinking that she was going to do something so they could catch her, and they just caught her slightly as by association. Okay? Oh, now they want to fucking throw the book at her. Oh, God, stop this shit. This is ridiculous and stupid. But still, not to be an asshole, but imagine if really Catherine Clark really might be like, toying with the situation. I don't know. Everybody's talking about her now. I think she is famous, Good morning, Monday. Big shout out to Chaotic Artworks for a lot of the progression and legwork. Amazing. Thank you. I gotta stop with this story. I just want to say, Catherine Clark, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. I always see that REP, and because I forget about the D and the R, and I didn't see that yet. I see that. I always say representative, but then I say, oh no, it's Republican. I get confused. This happens a lot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay? Catherine Clark, if this is really happening to you, I'm sorry. Why? Because I'm a supporter of women and women's rights. Why? Because the woman is the one. Okay? We gotta stop thinking misogynistically in this world. I say that because growing up, you grew up. There's certain groups of people, certain cultures that grow up that people get confused between machoism and misogyny. Misogyny is disgusting. Misogynists hate women. They want them to be dead. They disgusting. That's not a machoism. Machoism is you want to be the one to save your woman and take care of your woman and do everything right for your kids. That's different. But they try to, the Archon whips it back and tries to put that in the mix and say that that's toxic and all this stuff. Well, too far. So anyway, next. Ugh, God, what news? And that's what the thing is, I'm not going to stop with that. That's, should be ashamed of these Self-Associated Press. Plasticky story put together. Tell the truth. All right. Who's this? Huffington Post. Uh-oh. Military probing whether cancers are linked to nuclear silo work. And? You're kidding me, right? Like, no shit. 9 military officers who had worked decades ago at a nuclear missile base in Montana have been diagnosed with blood cancer. And there are indications the disease may be linked to their service, according to the military briefing slides obtained by Associated Press. One of the officers has died. What did you think was going to happen? It's all right. What did you think was going to happen? And no, I'm not talking to the controllers because they know what's going on. I'm talking to the workers, to the people who go, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to get paid with so much money and we're successful in life. Look what happened. The fuck did you think was going to happen? You're dealing with giant bullets that kill massive people because of toxicity. We're just going to move this over there. The Archon is going down. The Archon is going down. And as they go down, they want to take everybody with them. You know, that's what they do. Of course, because why? Because the essence of it, the energy of it, your pores absorb it, and what happens? Your cells immediately become malignant. And once it attains a malignancy or progresses to malignancy, you're done. So of course that was going to happen. Bing bong, next. Shut the hell up, Huffington Post. I didn't even read the story. I shouldn't do that. All of the officers known as missealers were assigned as many as of 25 years ago to Malmstrom Air Force Base, home of a vast field of 150 Minuteman, 3 intercontinental ballistic missile silos. Okay. The 9 officers were diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, right? Because the lymphoma, it explodes from the malignancy. Okay? That's exactly what I'm saying. According to the January briefing of U.S. Space Force Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Sebeck. All right, you know, I have to admit, see, at least it's just that even Huffington Post should be like, more like, we've known this. You know, but that's not the way the story is being told, which I'm not. It's not that bad. It's the way it reads out. It's still just like, this happened and this happened. Come on, say that you know, this has been known for a while. And I'm not just talking about that. It's everything. Wi-Fi, your microwave, your food that you're eating. When I say that, I mean the you know, processed foods. Okay? Everything. If your cells are not turning malignant, something else is going to happen. If you're eating this stuff every day, you're breathing this stupid ass air, and then everything's messed up. The water, of course, we're getting sick. So yeah, I'm going to get on Huffington Post too because. But by the way, this is a pretty good story. I just, you know, don't take me wrong. Once in a while, I guess Huffington Post put some super truth out there, or not that it's. Oh, that's the thing. See, that's the thing that gets me mad is the fact that they know. That's what makes it not right. This is the year 2023. Let's stop. You know, you could see it. You know, if you can study a biology, microbiology, you're going to know that this shit comes from this and all kinds of stuff from like a long time ago. They were studying this in the 40s and the 50s, even earlier than that. Come on, stop it. It's just, oh God, this is the irritating thing of the truth and then the way that journalism is, you know? I know I'm not going to be the one left, oh, you said this and this, and then the next one, oh, we didn't know. Shut the hell up. Anyway. Sorry, I don't mean to be so crazy about this thing, but it's how I feel. You look at it. I know a lot of people feel the same way. I'm not even, you know. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with this. Huffington Post, it's the second time that this scam alert came on there. So, if anybody else is going to Huffington Post and finding that, there's a scam alert as a dialogue box popping up after I'm there for a while. Anyway, enough of that. I'm not going to read that story right now. Oh, there was another story. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay. That's right. See, it's coming time to. I don't know how when I hold on. But so Pamela Anderson is saying that Tim Allen sunned her. And when she was 23. Yeah, see, so. Well, there's nothing left to say. Tim, you're in a lot of trouble, buddy, if that's true. You know? Anyway. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for listening in to Artisan Circuit Review. I'm your ACBN host for ACBN Radio. And today is Monday. We're in Aquarius season. Welcome to Aquarius season. And today's your day. Whatever you see, you think you've seen, whatever you've been wanting to speak up about, today's the day. You know? I think also should feel the energy and know you don't have to feel so nervous about speaking up. Remember, it's Monday. Say, pick today. Okay? And it's Aquarius season, so you're going to have a lot of help. Anyway. I leave you off with this beaut.